enkomo no embomu na ansa na no adofo bi nso edi wo mo awoda nti ma memfa fidikesi so na menwehye eye o grade 6 nti efi wo papa eye Jerry owusu ansa ene wo maame Mrs owusu ansa omo nyina asena na nyame nhira no onye okese omo do papa nti mom and dad omo do na me wanti abenachi wache na me do bebre wate nyame nhira no onye okese na wonto wonkwa enemu ebusafo yembra eye studio honorable aye krado ye hwe nimu ese ni nwanom kaye so beba beka ho ena asem de pono so a ye bedi ho enkomo otowado sacked under invoice and rocks raw rubber export ena kusa sapon de ba manim ye nyina ye kasa efa ho pa na asem a enim kaye a etwe madwene si so pa bi ye se ene wo hwe rubber ya enti se wo handkerchief anase bi a coin ene kita no akase wabobo de ahye wo botom enti ehemfo asede de sese di wo man na enko na 2024 sika eye o man no ehwereye ensi hodoma atoasoa 2025 enso so eno de enso so esan ko enti man asede a ono bo he de me yeso so obeboa me paa wo ho enkomodie paa saso and a complete agenda 11 project nanado to Mahama honorable Samuel Ku ababeka yensa ene obepiemu o manfo mu akuapem northa empesua so oni gina omo anemu ewo mbahye bedwam nti honorable hase memana kwaba sa na yehwe ni mu ese eye honorable Kofi Afo Benta a member of parliament manfo mo sehwe yoso onyambae so no abobo ba ka na ho ne yedi nkomo ono bo mo ache mo atena se
ojo so mama
bibi aboko de
boko na so ya
nyame adome ho ye na che se na wabiri ye ni so ni ye hwe se obetutu kente agu so wa shada fugu
se o se Ghana man mesme jitun se Ghana man ena moka se ye bibi ye traditional se ne se bi o so wa ye fe won ye show ni frau ena also jitun se ne she me so ye Ghana for there anamwa
but so was over to
sentiment no na eja na enya ready afugo abanti ma try we no meet you halfway we meet to YouTube for much me nkase my
why pa
my pa na so no me amanfo mo yesrim say jata for so no connect live from YouTube Abeka Junction
I don't know boy just here na we meet here no
oh c'est producer extraordinaire na menemo kan say me frantama madaroma ena maba na efugo a next year Ghana month no na no so ye ba na ye ba
no sir so do opposite the next
year Ghana month no
and also ho and we say you having on record so
for the records
nti nyame ya doma na ofie market eko saying
eko ye mame nda omomo share wa fidie so ase mame na nipa ebego honom no na edosun ye na wo hwa na we afro so mo constituency na wo ho me mo kwa na me nam jamase yewura the former chief of staff the honorable Kwadwo Ochimpiani na okra ne mame achi nti adofo ne adehye so kobo ne chidom ekota ne chi so fefefe ne me fi also so na mbedu me constituency na me bae no na emekonenim bedu obe 4 pm na me wie na mse me fam ofie market obe 5 pm hoko basala na ni pegu ho wo say na amanfo say edu ofie market a traffic eba ho but sabi u di dwaso ntimi di wodem so ndi e mon fanche na no dey ahwede ebe fie ono aso so the ones na so ebe fie na me body organizers of the ofie market me mo na nanom mabaso nana osim kwatia o ya monochrome hene one de one nana no mo monochrome afei so the organizers of Ofie market the former municipal chief executive oda no berima ewa esiedu labi ene samoko dia ni Julius Ekufujana ni won ho kan na nana ya mante ya na empenya mo kan ho these are the organizers of Ofie Market, Nelenda Dakwa. They've done a good job. And Bosumi Bia and Bosumi Bia, so no, they demonstrate their competence. So they are the show Mosa or Mutimi.
Okay.
And Mijidi said he also offers man for more an opportunity. Almost with me in your baby a go on Kotokum. Because if you are Funan Yamam, you bring the farmers directly into contact with the consumers. According to records from the chairman, almost 9,000 people and the baby grow up a Ofie Market last Saturday.
Hey, wow, that's a lot.
And now grade phone so no muna so almost all of them yet to be a BBR. Now I'm on pressure on but so you need 2 weeks. I'm saying no there money. It's answer no markets in the or down Adorson.
Okay.
The Adorson market also warm a constituency. We are supposed to complement the effort of the market.
Okay.
And you say Ukujami and I'll be signed. Person market coins no be issues. A promise is a promise. We bear once a month. Na aboa farmers. And we extra income a quick for now. One thing I may want to say, my farmers are not able to produce enough to satisfy thousands of people na yomo. They say na ma that constituency so the omniamaba. It's good. Required to me the pepper, habaneros pepper Volta. Prior the musician is into pepper farming.
Hey.
Or the bar all the way from there. Be more the other places. Be more fee Kintampone and they omniamaba.
I see.
So, maybe the next time, no, one of these days I'm hosting Ghana month. No, I'm about also to do a live one.
Benessa.
May share the leadership of school for the blind and school for the deaf or my constituency. If you have say my program here, make school for the blind.
Okay.
I could share my friends also program be more.
Oh, okay. You man also. Okay. I was avoid Yekaseye Honorable Kofi Afo Benta, a member of Parliament, a massive Yoso constituency.
Therefore,
Honorable Kwaba. Bibi Aboko, dear.
Maybe I don't, or they are chair.
And near with the Mamma Sima Nafachia that.
Say, and I know many or no more in community. Because I say, may campaign me near him off on she. I say, young so. Yeah, Mamma, no. If you say a became no money be a while, give me who say, a yes, Uko crew so I didn't say, yeah, yes, that is how I coach a year out. And I say, adulteration, we remove if you say back. Now, yen shia, I'm war and no one casse. You quay yes in a chair. 1 year, if Rant idea no diha, 1 year, if Rant to Mediha, and my Ediha. Now, cook crew is yen said. Everybody say Biafra to Ekum. You say a man ebu onsa wonko isumu di entina ye nananom again sa ye ntina se ne se ene ye bra ye dusu ne abafu ni die technology safety thing abra nyina ye hia sa hye no bi wa na se de be ya we say abayo bi etwa nsuo bi ansa wakosuku ana akodi duma bi na enonti wontimi enko a ni nyina ye bedi ho enhyehyɛ na ya hwɛ de be ya in fact I'm for culture be there mama nim ready maka da bia ba bia be hyɛ bia meka say edua bia ni wire be fi ni hini no wontimi nso abapa ye nkanyan ya mamre ya mane no pe am beduru ye a say Dipo, I don't know. Dipo good. What's he saying? What is wrong about that? You upon the diversity, no, am for your unification as well. Into me, who dear, who will be dear, Yenna, Casania, ye, no, F. Mem, my yen, and 2 year dear non train, me and far will be dear. Wouldn't mean so will be as I and chain, Unia Corno, me and Yankopon Yamfun so dear be ha. Na ye misa se bansem kora na ye ni si we chinche ko se efri de efri ye ni nye de won ho ye mo ho ban na no so e de be ko ye nim.
Okay, mama na wase sabe ye ko ye nkomudi otuado sak na just say nra na a friendly match so e wo Germany na nanum fia de twa mu de Australia ene Ghana ene boy ye wie no na Ghana da fomo e kenum
Austria
yeah. Oh really?
Austria.
Any paper no pacho Daily Post for mama my phone so. Okay. Let just say ya de kaka numa ye timu baako. Na ne ehwe ni mu asenka at least ye ni Germany ehia ye die. Enka ye betimi ade ye ho ne ya pepa ye ni wo mu ni so nanso anko ne sa eno so wie na 2-1. Enei ye coach no ya pamo no. Ne no na ibi mu ebisa se ekoba ni say ya ne de ese so mo ni nyina ebo coach no nanso beneath no ese binum so influence ka ho bi ena mboa mani panentimi perform yi no bo ku me sha say e de afio ho ne kwan so ase ya pamoni anana nka ese ma no kakra
ne di kind no football is the soul of the nation. Now, Obiano Mbeya anytime a Black Stars ebo biano, the nation's mood near lightened. Just nipa bebre na the omokuma edi football achi. And Obusamia football ewo way and also so no emma nipa no de odo. Just nipa na ra kokra no na se or hwe na football and answer or hey how a Ghana or match ni say no it brings some kind of
joy.
Love any joy say okwako hear the national team play. In all fairness, Otuado has been one of the few coaches, if not the only coach in our history or share Black Stars jersey or no Edeboa Ebo performing at the world stage as a footballer. Now as I be a coach, now or prepare now Sunday World Cup. Until a lot of history is on the side. Our coach in charge of 22 games. 22 games no or winning 8 or draw or lose 9. Or winning 8 or lose 9. And then I can't draw. Until we share results card media a way below expectations for a coach. I'll prepare the football mundial and I say at the biggest stage. However, no, the decision seems more of a panic decision. As for the decision, it was inevitable. Now, Obi Pusagrama, you could see the writings on the walls. The Ghana was preparing the grounds to part ways with this coach. Now, time and now, just after the 2 friendlies, and then some of the football administrators, a wiki capacity up. But I said the new coach, Abefano, just some few days, 70-something days to the World Cup. Secondly, Obeye in charge of just 2 matches. Now they are about the World Cup. Maybe in a forefront, I can't just about 2 trial matches as you prepare for the World Cup. Into would that coach be able to have the needed time on the players and so best spend it? I share the technical shortfalls. I know I was surprised. In an international friendly, no bet me I insist I have to be 8. Because all they test 2 players. Till match ni be a course on us who say no, we are more than a form one. The coach should have the capacity and the courage. I've never tenacity.
No way.
Not been tankobo. But don't nipa na break right so you could see at the point na players in be saying no, they were tired. Jordan are you at a point that was our break. Or share that of Semenyo at a point no so break. But the mere fact say these are big players in just omunye nipa. We could see the Germans it means somewhere 5 boom built to prepare for AFCON, Africa Cup of Nations 2025. That is when the GFA should have taken a second look at the technical side of the Black Stars. Because one, Africa Cup of Nations, dress rehearsal for World Cup. And it's the biggest, yes, it's the biggest football showpiece on the continent. In all fairness, one AFCON, we are prepared for World Cup. Into I don't know what jumpers class and back no do quite. But I can clearly see say the Cup of Nations also brought the best out of the players on the continent. Look at Senegal. If you look at Ivory Coast, or that of Morocco. And see, you could see so many of these players on the Cup of Nations a bomb for us to shoot and prepare well towards the World Cup. It sounds like Uncle Bo AFCON, so I can't be arranging many international friendlies ahead of the World Cup.
And now, Coach Bain and I
think that between now and June, I could World Cup there. In my own estimation, I think say a young local coach. Tizania or coach under 23 and say he can step in. He's a young sharp coach. Out to say on also so the year gold or near boy and all Africa games. And some of these young talent also a FIFA recognized coach. You also need a coach or also a homegrown award international exposure. I cannot make recommendations to GFA, but I if you ask me of my input, I think that because they say now a foreign coach about now. That foreign coach will only about 2 matches. I will also the best steady boys performance, and that will be woefully inadequate to judge a player, assess him correctly, to give him a call up.
Okay, but I remember so Tuado I can say there were players be offer or more amber, which is foreign ones and all. Do you think say now one only hold me and I said no so can be an assassin tono a buy and
in all fairness, I think say he also lost confidence from the dressing room. We could see the players the coach need lose confidence at players or mujidie players lose coach ni mujidie into esa no a ahokekane or don the inspiration they have to play with no anyhow me team ejana kiye that from Man U ye ma coach ba kokko ya ye dey here as homegrown character by they say no twa matches aye bo first na ye nyare so ye ntiapo but say in there you say ye team na ye and say just it's been on the horizon yeah for almost every match is an improvement winning straight matches at 12 or so and all. Indeed, when a coach also loses confidence or dressing room, boys in field of play now, there's no inspiration.
Okay. Do you think there's almost Freddy Day?
Oh, I think he's had his time. Let's not make this whole thing about the day thing. I'm being very honest. I think he's played his time. He's had a very good, illustrious career. Okay. Nipa no more even matches in a long while with us. Until let it not be seen say because ne papa here. Abedi the Jordan is playing well. He's still an active player. But that team you know, so he's doing well. Hey, make a oh, and I'm let me see. Oh,
things about 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago.
Team of winning team.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Wasn't team of
I say, for instance, be or Kotoko me back Kotoko. And what is the be always say, I say a team.
I'm so Mempesa
oh, mastery.
And yes, my more fair. Oh, team oh boy, you know, me can't sort of feel. All I'm just trying to say is Ubusame, personally, the day has had a good time. We lead the boys now to a point. And I said, Kabaka say for some more Johnson. Because they say now we also need people also they are burning with a desire to also showcase something new. It is fundamental. A burning desire to also showcase their talent, what they can do. Some fighting spirit, you know. Now you have the likes of Sali Sumo, the likes of Kudus, the likes of Semenyo, your friends saying young players, Pia, Yediababegum, Inaki Williams. So it's not that we don't have the team. It's the chemistry and the psychological layer we need to win, that winning mentality. And I just honestly think, bringing Obia on your mumboy in a long while just because football now big names don't play. It's the teamwork and the chemistry to deliver.
Yeah, but so talking about chemistry and then even if somebody to ginger them, give them the morale. Even on the field, why any deal?
You see, then I also left out even Thomas Partey.
That's it.
Yes. So the guy in there, let him also inspire his colleagues now from outside. You see, you shouldn't also build a personality. You need to build a team. Into team, no send a bay. I've known you cry now. Bentabit me a boss. Our position to cover. We've had many great players. Isaac Boache, Augustine, him for CK Akono. Your friends saying Tony Baffo, Sami Kufo, and all those. I think that this is another generation of young Ghanaian players. Your boy Shom crying mom Sako Kudon that they can also win and deliver. I think they can do it.
Okay.
Don't let's not create problems in the team. Now be one more match is in because in papaya penimu or Ghana antino. It's not nice.
Okay. You mate. Honorable Binta, my member also.
Otoado. My kind, sorry.
Me cromony, but I had to say it as it is. Me can't Otoado. So, Mechisu a cropon.
Oh, okay.
But so they be out there a minimum near the ton chain. But they have to go for the nations.
Julia Kwa Wokufi in the no quine so.
Oh, maybe Judy say was said many just a second. Me, I just think that the writings were, but the timing is what I have a problem. I would have suggested say instead they beef him up with the technical team because it's like just 2 friendly matches. You can't study much.
Okay. Mate, honorable Bremer.
My kind story no. Me who reason be I the man who say ye de ayi oto ado. Ghana nipa Enrachi na da be na ne yebo Germany match no. Enra. Na me wo baby. My nya daji de bana yebo I was doing something and na match no koso.
Abanti wan hwa na wo hwe
Me say me hwe no on
half. MPs match is ready half. Ghana party boss na me chebe.
Na rante no edi hu komonti na omo ho no so meti. Na ba ko ka say nti coach obeko ba ko so say oh coach we dey e match we ya obeko na ba ko say ade so we may catch us if you match we ya coach we obeko when I'm starting contemplate here what does this boy know fine then now na media fiti bra Ghana ye na adwen say ye befa ye nia ye before Ghana for kura ma ya tete ye mranche no wo ball bomu na mani je ball ho pa nyina ne ebi ne de wo ye e wo hai say obi ntimi no ensin wa nkasa wo ho da nti se me hu say ye nia ye ya ade a na mani je ti e kai coach apia se apia beje Ghana Black Stars coach mani je mama ni je bo di akiri pa ti we nso ba he no na eye mede na hwede na mrante yi kika se ebeyi na nso na wa ye den coach bia Ghana ha de ya da bia ka se Ghana ni bia ye coach ye tie mini asame wo enyina ya kire ya adwen kama o se ye ni se no no na ye de adwuma na hye ne nsa no ono so ene se ye de apamo amranti me de aka bosumi se junior ye ko World Cup nim efe no plan omo nhihye ya omo ye to ho se ye duru ha na eye se ya ye be ye because omo pa mo no kata kura omo ankyere yen de omo ye omo se ye ntwen ne ehwe de isi enti se ye nim omo plan no mo ye se de a yen that's am e baby etwa no wo national electric na no omo nim omo say you support the development of sports when you stake national Ghana for yesika ye de boa efe no enti se omo ye oto ado aka bosome miensa emeye di na kodu djuma na ebia omo anwen other alternatives omo ahwe kwan foforo so ebia team no se ye wo problem betimi aye no ye nkofa coach foforo bi nka no ha na ye nkofa coach dukura nka no ho na ye hunu se ye bosome miensa aka no de ebia bibi na se ye yi ne de na omo ntimi ya nkire ye de ntie ye yi no omo nkire ye omo de omo de ba na omo plan de a yen Ghana fo amudi yesika eye ball no yesremu die mosusuo bia no mo hwɛ sɛ yɛkɔ Ghana yenim ebeba nyam ɛwɔ World Cup ɛno ɛne yɛbɛgye atum sɛ mo yi Ghana ni na firi hɔ sɛ mo de Ghana ni na bɛba sɛ mo kɔfo bi frɛ yɛ de ehwɛ nyinaa ne sɛ World Cup na yɛ presi yɛbɛkɔ no yɛkɔduru a mo ma yenim emra nyam nya de meka no.
Okay, you will for any na yema yenim but mami mbisa mo mienu, do you think say performance a ekoso no yemfa coach ne nko a say ye poor coach ne nko na blame no?
Well, sir, a very interesting question. They are supposed to play as a team. Into the team now, but football then a dynamics, no. Inspiration, no, it means so back from the technical side. Because the technical, because boys in the mobile, more field. You are not here, you know, or no near answer some more field, no more. So no share the 360 view of so more mobile from defense, from keeper to attack. So we are what you say, we are so far. I think say in as much as any coach in fault, the technical team cannot escape blame, and the managers of the FA. Yes, I'm just almost be from ready. The whole football situation, there we have to also take a second look at this management, because we have the players. Like for instance, the AFCON last year, this year into me and Kubi. Wana mebwa benta. Ni MP ena se ohun se ekwan we nye ye ni MP. Nsuo we maya ye ni MP. We nye se nti MP so ntimi nkoka se enya me nkwan na so blame me ko blame na nanom. Ti no ntina me kan se no de ahwede e ba fie no. Ono aso so de once na so e ba fie.
Okay. Ena yen hwe eye data free Ghana Revenue Authority. Ababetu janhwehwemu HSA yen robe ya ye export ekwa amano ne no about $70 million rubber no in 2 years inti kata ne ebubumu no ne chese 2024 ne $50 million and na eye 2025 and also over 21.5 million. It is a big compo eka ho ena womu exceed the permit ayedi ama womu tekata no kompo na echire mu adu baby kompo no ma bi wono ye bi wono kompo permit no kwa ya ma bi kura na so ye de ko say ye be weigh rubber na ye de be ko no the actual weight na ye be weigh na so kompo na no ya teso enti na ye bisa se and paper na kasa na ye chire mu no na chese sika enwunu e de fa
sa suo no ene aman na ewo mu na ne de ye nyoma wo Ghana bebre enkane mampanyi no din kan kwa Nkrumah apenso nti ko western region ho a udru ye first apemenim wo ba printing wo pa nti ko bonsa so na ye wo tie ka koba ne ye wo Ghana ha ya rubber industry nankasa kura ekofo me ya bomodin tree crop for ya sisi rubber apeja na yesone rubber na ne yede no raw saa ekwa manane eno so aban bomodin ase da bi yem fakwan bi so na ye nani dani ni wo ha na enimsi ye ni saa ibenye sika dodoro no afiri ye ni saa awie no asisi ya binom de wo ho agimu a ye dani rubber no sisifo a otimi enda bia woworo ye ka wa fa ya bati se wono de odebeko no anya so fa so dodo na de na omoye rubber na ya ye ho hyehyeye se wo de ko a ebo sei wan ton kura wo se oton no ebo sei no okwa wo se ninya sei a isakura o de nti no ye sa wo pese wo kwa unse se wo export wa wo de ade kwa amana ne koton a abruchire sika na obenya no e wo se esen eba Ghana sika na on pese beba no nti no so o ka so oton 30 million e na 30 million eba na oba ye adwuma ha de bia ne mfa so no pese e ka ne kro nti wo yesa na ko ye nim enisa nti ne ye de nhihia to wo se rubber no kwa enisi ye ton no ebo a eso sisi we analyze o my na 32 million kilograms of rubber you call 2025 nkwano wo mo si enya $4.48 we am $4.5 million. Rubber Processors Association of Ghana more than rubber nenu answer. See a kind of the minimum benchmark price here 3 crop of 4 crop setting the so umkrana every year. Sa rubber do draw no and was says ke ba ha dey say 26 million. That is say who could come back 21 million. Dientina is you see a drug to say see a pese or mine ko nanim tenta Ghana dey me ojidi pa dey be ye Ghana be ye if even it takes us 1 million years and them my buy e so so obi e wo ma ba mu out to 2024 2025 2026 nintina sadi wa o say magana fo nyina ta asotwe bi e ho bia si anya ne sadi a ene ye poko asen but dey bia betena akeka ni say ya na ko say ndi enti na obi timi sisi yensa ene yesi ye boa mampani 2026 budget o say feed the industry into wo mo afi ase so mo de ye nyoma na ye nya wo ha no be dan mu amakoduru amanone a rubber processes o mo say rubber dodo na 2025 nko akrekọ ye no ye ton ne raw o mo sisi ye 21 million say yamana nko raw sa ene ye dan ne ani wo mo die mu e wo ha ene ko ya ke binya be 70 something
now we ka say the ko ye no kompo between a year November October and November no the almost to say the solution
good intimacy the first point in the process no which is who how no ye nim ye how nyina Ghana fa bi
just say abine free so ansa na won hwe na ye hu no and the new abine obeba no so na sa de na wo mu identify wo mu say we de enye ye condemn ye hu ye problem no e say so ano no omu free so a we na the next person obeba no say ehun that same repetition of that same thing
na make sure say identification problem de ye nim say ya aban we aban ye hu say de bia aka e be so e na me ma won kran say me mo abamu mu na say mfie friends apempra ye benya obi a you see akati politicians they dey agi ni mo no ye je no kwa say because we cannot say 2024 no 2025 yes ehunu sa when politicians akati across when num ne te kwa me say omo ma sa di we akoso 24 25 whatever years no I will say the what media me can say leadership
okay
leader ben na sa aso ye we e hye ne nsa edi nkura no de tutu akwan mu edi nhyehyɛ no de to ho sɛ ye de besi sa de we ano me auditor ma ye auditor alatafo na tete me auditor na me ka sɛ brebi ye ko training na mutimi kyerɛ no ma bia mutimi kyerɛ de sɛ krata kura sɛ mo kyerɛ ha mutimi aka krata no kura na mutimi kan efiri kyerɛ no ma bibira na chance na dia me kyerɛ dia me Ghana me firi dia de mpa na me de kwa no ma ka kyerɛ sɛ every control has a history she bia wo de ma se fa koye me bank no ho adwuma ma me no e wa ba kosem dia ne ye hu we no nyina dia nhyehyɛ dia atu ye I don't know say ye wo tumi bia na ka ye wie ye miensen na ya form ye ad hoc committee say ade we ye ko ye wie a ba de tra ye ya ye kan we say na san de ho
reports about
na san de ho
reports about okay honorable
Many any sporters a bass edumadi mo any sporters a bass edumadi mo e conciliate approximately 76 billion cedis. 76 billion cedis. Now we are the revenue and say you consider export the totality of it. Ka revenue is in Ghana we 11 billion cedis. And I'm finding a way into pockets of sabotage. Madam, maybe what should the rubber sector? And it's our raw rubber camps. One can hear no one, no before raw rubber camps. That's the raw rubber. No,
got the pass. I can be able.
Region
BD. What do you mean? One corner,
it's raw rubber camps. And no na say we have as a Ghana ye raw rubber no omo ete na ye sena na minia honorable member of parliament e ka no ya mfa fidie mu anchichire mu anam process ni ye de course ha e friend no side bias omomo ba the farm gate oh abna we dey na we dey ma me ma pick and crime ma sika no waje sa 600 no omo de kwa raw form $600 per ton. But your rubber processing factories so almost so no a year nanka a friend most of my friends feed the industry
feed the industry
na mampani a kind once and nanka raw rubber no a feed the industry and I process here not that same 1 ton the requirement on here $1,500. So almost 3 times. So the nation ends up losing $100 million annually through a rubber annually. It means that if we're able to feed the industry and you process the core, we get more in terms of revenue. Operating 28%, but the workforce now reduced by 25%. What that means is that we share nipa a 9 bia no a 9 bia no a emu ba miensa na je adwuma no nti yeyi omo afi adwuma no emrantia na so and mind you the rubber is predominantly in the western north area e hoso di hoso nkomo a okeka e de ko galamsey ti once they lose their livelihood a decent job with a processing or manufacturing company. Of your own, the next available alternative is galamsey. Until there's a connection between failing industries because they are not getting the raw materials, the activities of saboteurs at the gate. And no, I find them ranting. Baby, I mean, if you can a western region, and a chim na be western of Utiom Din Krana, western of western region. There's the first one west. And just say near it's not that you don't see the trees you see some plantation and then we within the western of so near Ghana nyame so dia boyen ye wo cocoa ye wo rubber ye wo timber ye wo but you can clearly see that now every conversation is turning into minerals. Here good year offer. Near tree related nearman, they are dying and dying slowly. Because if you have an investor, what they invest in a capacity, almost set up factories, processing plants. Now, at the end of the day, the raw materials, no, they are processed here. The person will be forced to close down because then the business is no longer viable. And also, if you look at these saboteurs, I call to the farm gate, buy it at that reduced price. Straight without caring, said the nation will gain more. But there are more farmer factories. So I got gate, supply to the factories. So the factories too can keep on producing and processing. I don't want to call this a crisis, a national emergency. A national emergency, and these activities, a miscalculation. It's not a technical matter. It's a deliberate theft. A organized crime because it's a cabal, it's a cartel. Until Kofan say, oh, with a miscalculation, a technical, it cannot be. Because it's systemic. Because if it's stage 1, you go stage 2, you go stage 3, you go stage 4. And it's not a one-off, it's a daily occurrence. It's a weekly, monthly, annually. Let me share data be in 2024 alone also. The miscalculation was and the invoice when it comes to our importer was over 204 billion cedis. Now Ghana ni yebosika na. I had to say ini akana sa na edeko. But all these na nkebenya mu kakra dey hospitals. Ye di bia fix our educational system. Ye di bi so aye roads, the infrastructure. And yes, I know what happens is that the poor taxpayer is constantly being burdened through the weakness in the system. Inti, Nigeria say a hard year, but its attendant consequences on unemployment and jobs. it's a matter that we cannot underestimate. Because bia ne se make no oye adwuma wo factory say no raw materials na ma mo ye nipa 10 factory say metimi afa mu 3 7 mo hwe bia mo di mo ti befa okotena fie the second day nin wo nse nin ya ba akoko mining pit ene mi kodi na chi akotry wako first day wonya bibi ka kitwa to ne ho second day so eventually mo ba be a student, a lecturer, professor in illegal mining. So if you ask me, let's not treat this as another story that came. Let's not treat this at all as another story that came. Now, those who can be, I don't know whether one is honorable Benta, said there are people who are tasked to perform certain roles on behalf of the state. So what were they also doing? Because Yenano cannot do the job of JRA. Yena cannot be a tree development company. Somebody is being paid to do some job. There's another issue we're not after Easter. And I'm like, another serious matter. The gatekeepers went to sleep. And also so ama a hetie. And also yeah, not that just funny matter.
My hint.
No. My hint about who dancing opposition.
And they are buying you more.
Oh yes, about who dancing opposition. And it will amaze you how say the gatekeepers left our system rules ama nipa boni fo bi remo. Sabu oberemu ye ne obeye wie esa edipie. Tell me that Yesu anche bebo na sendwe. Ye ni Yesu nko yenkosi no ne yenkosi no ne na ensori. Na ye nkomra. Ye buy no a.
Yesu resurrect na why abode afoforo no mu na asan kofa. Eni man kese se ni wu.
Dada.
Asan kofa.
Sasa mo ni Yesu wu. A very serious matter. But next week Tuesday, maybe.
Yeah.
And that time I'm going to resume. Some commoner I'm sure would have started.
There's some commoner more time I'm over say. We not see a teacher man. It is a BBC.
See a teacher man. And then you go punosono. And you can once.
But you know,
baby. And I'm saying you go punosono. Buy no. The bu producer. We mama topics. And you know, yeah, bobo topics. But it's to buttress the point. I mean, yeah, MP kind and say, see a teacher man no. And yet, politicians, they be a boy, yes, you know, it may not always be our fault, but sometimes people too tasked to operate on behalf of the state. I think so.
Okay. Omampanyin dada na nado danko kufuadu ko PM Chebi Government Hospital bra na wo mo edi wo mafofida. Sai dwumedie no e nananom atsankonya chem ebuakwa traditional state ena nano kwesiada wo mo ehyehyeye omampanyi kasa ena odi adesedi ato His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enim se wo hwedwumedie biase a na ye agenda 111 in districts any regional your regions no and as a regional capitals no ye BCC hospitals e wo honom na health facilities e wo ye in districts na so say be ya apomudie bana apomudie ho asema ntentemu no sinto eni chiwoto edemu anasa gap bi edemu no ebetimi close wose abra wo free aban so na de na eyade a wentimi enwie ni nyina bi no ho no ma na edru pempenso a na chese wo dane ho kakra bi a wo betimi ewie amana serving a purpose
omampanyi fi asem ye nyina ye jitu but bia kan no pese target na omampanyi aseti no enya de a ye can
enya achievable
88 no nu 1 year na asesa no ko no asam man ho 18 months to complete 18 months go sumi du nwotwe e be wie sa nyuma ni nyina ma 101 district hospitals 7 region ni nyina ye bi eno awo ka say ana me paper me akan wan ka ma ye hunu dudu a wo wie ye ansa wo firi abamu eno de wan ka okrata no mebo a se bia me wie emu ensia ana nwotwe ansa me fi abam nti minua a obedi akire won so bomoden ansa obewie 2021 2021 of year say yentimi enyem baako yo mama be de ade enu mfie mienu wato ne nkra se ono momoden ansa obe ewie me nim se bia wa frɛ no phone se me de menya pa nka ade a level omo pempenso ne de anka ni so ko gina chebi kura kasa asem obetimi ne na di ba nu komo se telephone so kura na ehunumu bi wo ho baby a na fund sikasem ho tutu bi wo ha waboa no akwankyere bi a ma chichire na ye nyina ye dia se china the western of ye ka ho ye regional hospitals na umbesi na nka baba se we also se nya ye regional hospital beboa ye nyina nti adwenkyere ne moa bi a obetimi di aboa omampanyina wotusuyi ebi okudu anka wonfa mo ano nye badwamsem kra na nka wese kan se wotese wato nka kra no de wona kan se ka kire jo mama ba me hu krata me kan me hu ba bi o ka se jo mama onde wakana se bibia ye gya wo ho so that abre bia be se ye bibia ehia no de aka ho no so ye magana fo sika no enses akwa enti omampanyini uncompleted agenda 1 project ewoni tribu pa na mmom sika ye nya bia nto ho the operation sia no enu ohunu se so okosa ade no a wontimi wi enhyehyɛ minister for health ede abani wɔsese sia ye dan institutions corporate institutions ankwankwa nyumaku a omusa wo biom bank for ye de akoda a wo mo bank telcos wo mo a emusa wo bi no nyuma no de obetimi bia de bra hospitals no obetimi ankasa wo de sika wuro ma complete a finish no obetimi a ye de be maw no wa ye hu have friends religious groups Catholic health Methodist so munyina so if you are interested bra ye de be maw in fact say NGO bi kura wo kura obetimi aboa omunyina ye to yensa afre na saa because ye he sika dodo ehia na enya de aban betimi wi ade no te say de kan saa bre na project ni ba ya say enya de a ebetimi wi Ghana ya ho de ye mfi so ase ebetimi wi no saa bre no tinye se ye nye na mmom sikadodo a ebehia de no ye ni saa no ntino minister ahwe asisi ye ne nyumaku edi nsawoso aban be ye bidie nanso ya to ye nsafre imagine say bia me bank dada UBA for abeje bodi de no say pese ye siesie ni ye ni ye di ye adwuma etika aban de nhyehyɛ na ne be ni nyina betimi aman bi no agye ne saa nti mesre omampani dada na nado obetimi wo ho adwenkyere bia wonfrɛ ne nuakuma one ne ndi na mo minister for health nso de o de ato yanim ama ye gina ya tia se ye de ankura nyumaku num nyina nso beba bi wuro betimi aboa so that enkoye abanko ye de to no so de a ene na nado yenya enwie aban be ye bi na nso ye prese nyumaku so bebo ama ye wi
honorable the work make I say recently videos be babon tene aside that no abanti bi ehwe ne nkwa out of the popular no bed syndrome ene no minim some painful kasam kaso a health system ne dey say itimi eye ne ye aban ya otiso yi nani so ade hu kese pa ne say non communicable diseases cancer, the diabetes, kidney issues and all that wo mo behwe ne itimi a fight inti ene ye wo Ghana Medical Trust Fund, popularly known as Mahama case. Ye can we nyine so be penya pomodin pa say ya sabia. So just imagine say health facilities in ade or your districts no near ade ya equip ya re equip. Now will be kwa. Sometimes you need to stabilize the patient be. Then yes out of rush, yes referral, ye de na ekọ. Yetimi stabilize na drum pempenso bia obedru bia kese mu kompo na ebe refer no na hu nkohia se bia ye beje na to mpo na no so the pressure akwakwakwototo eye hospitals akese na as a referral centers no hu ne sesenka yetimi ka yesinsi so na ya yire ye ho acomplete a wo de yemfa se on e hyase ena nka dodo se na nka obewie ena se ye de ni nyina to na ye kan ye sense so nka no betimi yi sa ha we se nyina e kra free o hu sa
samene to we afi budget o mo de bay si yesi ye di ni nyina kora ko ya yenka no kora kire ho ene na te se ye nya bibia bi o enti ye be ye bi ye bi ya kran so
ni mo kele nwie
da bi yeah so ko fi ase
okay dey kele nwie
me the minister for health achi ko to sa we no ho e ko some of the agenda do ya boss so part you say dan uko hedan enkanka even facility to say no uko to say yesi awia boss office say ye wia no sa tell you dia ka no kra eno doso enti enya adikuma say ka say 4 years mfie nan ya ye betumi awie 100 there be ye enya nkakra say ajono ya bonu yensa ema kakra makoma ye be
okay honorable
development is continuum, and our government also a continuum. See, fiasia, do on my mind, we born on my doom pempen, so I'm not quite sure. President Kufu Fiso, the Janina Igunrem, or mine is sick beam gone down the drain. Yes, I beam. Na sa agenda 111 we na si ehwe ho abakosem kakra obehwa ya de kodie wuye ba ya na efre no COVID-19 everything about that time na echre pefe say we were not in normal times everything about the time it's say we were not in normal times because now it mean chia wonu ansem woni netifie na so muntimi nya awa too asori mpo aye kokoso nyame no ni ntimi nko ye tenafi ye bie mu kakra ye sinipa 25 pe na mbetimi akọ at a time the mere fact say you couldn't shake hands with your brother or sister it just say you were not in normal times ehu ebe share ewiase ene Ghana fo mu na na fo so wo hwe TV crowd ya na ne bobo because you could see from UK, Germany, Spain, Italy, US, omo general monaso, general monaso abrani pono. Ye shipping ni Panafi Hospital no to say moi. Would do some of these advanced countries, Spain, Italy, and the US. It got to a point and now doctors were deciding who should live, who should die. Because almost the facilities were overstretched. Spain, Prime Minister, Edu Baby, said now everything is in the hands of God as to who to live, who not to live. Memasa Abako same way to demonstrate say we went through a certain period. Ghana mpodie nyame boaye ye hwere adehye pa but not as compared to a mama and subino. Now your situation here. Desperate times demanded desperate measures. Mame, COVID by you all kinds of Veronica bucket. And they also know the a better style we use. Udu a bank see mu dey na do tin say when dey portable. Udu a kwayi ho a to send a bucket and a soap. Ebi mu kwa dey alata asem na no kra na ubedu baby so no tin say we dey machine ado 90 years wa. Say all these demonstrated innovation. Ejuma bia mu no it became a condition precedent. Say ode bibi ebesi ho meboa.
Yeah.
Nkofo be rom sa. Meka kwa could say because we wanted to reduce the number of infection. Senebeya unkonya bi na ye hospitals are stretched na ye intiminya. Inti fast forward ye feel COVID nimu APA President Akufo-Addo then came up on a buying with a strategy say and yes he will be ye nibi. Now so we need to provide simple affordable health care for our people. And no Ghanaian should die because hospital men. You can sometimes drive 2 hours. No one share a health facility. Or pay for in the middle of the night. A worker. You didn't fear, you didn't be fear. I forbid baby as a general war. No way in your media. Ni America no and I know here says so. These are practical realities. In the Abanicofa Agenda 111 by, it was an ambitious one, it was an audacious one, it was a courageous decision. Na me sure say you na no jitum say ebi President Kufuor's wish and any vision is saying kobetimi awie de agya o man no. Nanso enye wishes na na etimi bem. Wentimi awie ni na so owie. Ebi wo ho no ma ye jitum say awie ye. Ebi wo no ma na do various stages of completion. Aban by I was expecting say because Ghana for sika and here for taxes near the SCC asupiti na across no e manen koye President Kufuor dey affordable housing enebia kan rem arote. Let it not be said say President Pokra na time wie mu ebia 20 and aman you say Rome was not built in a day, and I keep saying, but if the builders of Rome are not stealing the building materials, Rome will be built. There can be. There be a kind so Rome was not built in a day, but the builders of Rome, if they were stealing the building materials, Rome would never have been built. See, a swat your fancy cement 10. You be kwa da bano 10 year dibegu hono akafo. I see a chin copper or so ba ye be about na half year saying so then Rome won't be built. So I'm just saying, say I buy no 10 no cast of a complete even this year. $400 million, some must spending. It be the dano. And on every year which one. And at the 10 now be completed this year, no, and only dear. Where are we with that one? The first quarter ends today. And the first quarter, what 3 quarters in a year? Four quarters in a year. The first quarter is gone. It's 3 quarters. Yet, be market times to the extent that the citizens themselves then begin to lose confidence in the politician. You best say you are Mahama. When a young man yourself, because a can't Ghana near a cow. And they was state of the art hospitals and infrastructure. Ghana, because look, I buy any idea or your big push, my dear baby. Big push. Tia push, yet me pushing health, the needs to be infra pushy.
Wouldn't some year parliament. Big push, and a rose but for the first 2 years, the ama rose when but to the you know, and they ever pushing in the coming to me, Papa, push, I mean, you push your parliament. It won't be announcing baby 10 hospitals, it be a my but pushing, you're pushing only a sourcing contract. Push as a cost. I'm more about the rule pushy. Yeah, push it on your pushing even for healthcare. 73 billion the Timia sign. Now you can say Ghana for our no answer. I just think that we owe this to our conscience. Because it is a scar on the conscience of us as a people. So in present day 21st century, which me do a health post. We do baby Maria Hoye. We do a health post that show one of our villages. Maternity bed is here. A mass 77 previous. Or baby a okwa wobiano ojina uwoni enkwanta. And I hope you know.
Yeah.
It's a decision point and a breaking point. Tina okoba esi ma we free mu. It's because no more muko na eba. What me ra a clinic. What me ra a chips compound. What me ra a health poster. Mame, baby eju nua mani mu bia wo no.
Ebi da bench nua bench so kra na eja wo.
Me copy one place e wo me community ansa na ye beto aba in 2024. Na ye frɛ ho kunko. Na ye nto aba ma me asempi. Na me na mo ama kobo nto our villages na obi so honorable access obetimi afọ ahwese na ye health post. Me dem say me kwakọ campaign a kire nurses. Because you say papa yes waba o born to ade ba me fa so fa. The maternity room had quite a bench. Ketekran say nothing.
Jo bombeda jo obana wo.
Timi busao. So honorable. Dunia dey I improvise. I'm so improvise in a day. And the state of the health facility. I'll send you the video. Now me pay the maternity ward. Nothing in there, nothing. Not just not a bulb, not light, not a chair, not a mat, not a bed. And a papa ko krabako. So honorable, who we near a kai. And hey, you need baby na ye wane unless for mo boy. But mo crass on person mo ko. Sans e bibia ni ha. Not a cut 3 weeks to elections. I said, say me campaign zika kra na sebe. But the be na me lose my election. Let me do this to satisfy my conscience. Compare contractor to quickly remodel and renovate this health post for them. E wo mu say ye to aba no na vote na me pe ho no. Me nya ne na me pende. But I'm happy say they didn't turn their back on me. And maybe me twemu, I feel proud to say, Anya, and I did this for the community. Intimania, it almost a banks near the Adebebe, but government owes it as a duty. Say you elevate your crowd from the shackles of poverty. Sikaya betna ye bobo boibia under invoicing, miscalculation, or some of these things, no, yen kai and crowd. Make canisano, minia benta. Mo push with the big pushy. Mo push ya, mo ka agenda 111 because unim that breach rebel. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible tells us someone was a prophet. I hope someday I become a man of the pulpit. Or say,
and your wish, Anna.
The wish me train call no. The book of Ecclesiastes. Or say, no one can anticipate the time of disaster. Maybe I also try. Or say, no one can anticipate the time of disaster. Or say, like a fish caught in a cruel net, or a bird caught in a wicked trap, so are humans caught at a time of calamity when it suddenly falls upon them. No can none so be no between the near Buddha breach rebel.
And so ye never beba.
And also ye never. Or say it is set in Pata or Namusium. Now console pano quine fin near Pepe be the Nakwa. Ye be do honum no. If where do nam when zip line, ye be an by the politics. So ye the medical drone facility to near many boy they are manual. But things are fire healthcare. Young kwaje because you only have one life. Minimum penny 4 p.m. Almost sure omonkwa even because na a proper health facility amel. Inti mini akwam sifakan meteneso adama sorry on a project amomo year with the Despite Group Kokroko Charities.
Mo be hu say mo be fa so say okay. Even say 3 kra na meye within 4 years. Na said be main letter na say be main scatter across border no ma main fa resources ni na me equipe 3 ni yie
eno de yenye no nkakra na mmom project fufu bi a ye fi ase no de wasi ehunu say ebetimi awie within the short term what Rose Minister project so ye ni nyina 3 years de bo modin posa nka within 2 years so that in fact that is President Wayne Trimpo say uncompleted projects no on me fa bi ka ho nti wabra all year free dada na we say we share and say and try new complete me constituency ba schools are then been my just see what that at least emum you know ye every ho on because fund na allocate here na betimi aye ye me know every ho fourth quarter ba this year and so 2026 by the ban on complete at least ni nyina me be sure say me ho say meet the phantom say within these 4 years uncompleted projects won na ebetimi akle okobi also government hospital mo tie me maternity block see obese 12 years yakoho because allocation for uncompleted projects na ebetimi ayesa man e dey ma contractor try within 12 months we na farmer ye nti ye firi ho no so wasan hye say ye de na ye fi asem ye make sure say de bia be come bia no me de kakra be say 4 projects bia me de me second within 6 months maybe because sika no kwa Now why you can't even appease the people. More what we also. You may be out there, but who say we are some school block within 6 months? No, oh, and I'm for so who's a nurses quarters near war, Bichuano, what me a who's a school for teachers no bungalow, I was what me a yama warm within 6 months. And the end there, a idea papa a share. Health sector problems no, a son. Meaning I can say, the near Kusisi are dying so. Another great part, cry, the soon pioneer, or more capacity to scratch when we meet. When we go there. And until after we budget, President could declare say retooling of our health facilities. May consensus on my ministry for by me. We also maintain young Kusia by my MC. She has a hospitals not only be retooling, you may share Kusia medical superintendent, Numina say, yeah, here's a busy a dan crack. The other than the Squano or Macandiano at the say, and no see who project or the anti ye pushing a dan even the equipment in the facilities and so nyoma kadia adwumayefo no be ye aduyefo no be say area bra ekodu ho no eno so otu hu anamo enti nkakra ebidro say adwe no yabono yensa no ema na ye be wi no mako intimi fiti prekupa mpo ye say that could be eno de ye nyina yenim say emo jakura beba.
Okay. And I was busy 3 days ago. Na ya baby and say di ho enkomo. Na aftermath no. One share the free mobility woman be. No kasa was what say Accra New Town. Na before building no e be collapse no. Omu nyine nim say ade no just deteriorate ya si wono macha. Na ye omu wan omu de no omu nim say asay. But na esi ho no mo eno mpemfo mo ba ya na edi nkomo na ebisa se wan ena esese because minim say before a project ebe course say school building na a lot of engineering work ebe course even sa no campo no ebetimi age se be a story next saying it's a 452 and ebetimi a containing enso tobo ni bebre a de na esese ye edefa ho enye sasa de we yes ne bin sida o ebi esida ba say it meet na hono ye nhwe han afa ye ne be wi na afa ye dibe kan tentem so eno so company etu ho na ma the next minute no na ya sign ejaya ato ho no masa say nipa me ensa de confirmed o ma hwe o mo nkwa emu edu no ede etime a rescue o mo eje ayarhwe minim say de na mo de mo take ebe ka mo nti minim se mo be kan bibia fa wansa na ya rape apa
human behavior na matie it happens we dey na esi yende with me say wo mo ekọ na yen kapse bia wo mo nso a wo nim because mente mo no wo mo kire so bia nim say saa dey we na me de mahunu e wo management and leadership ntino abrabia ya me fa so wododo na emmo echitafo timamfo. I always want to look at leadership. What is leadership? Or can the for was said anything? Would the honest obetimi atwa sabi wo betretimi na watwa amye di wachi. Yeah, citizen now to no omo kwa so ono pe ba bia na sorry na nipa dos nipa ya adwinyina ntimi obekyerekere nipa he nipa edubu ha kire o ma de corona in the next 1 hour oba enye wo nyina na betimi abehave de wawti enti wo a wo kan di for na wonim se sa de we ya mark se ade enye betimi na hwe ma ne si ho na obi ekọ ho obi nkọ betimi enye wo mo ekọ asori kura ga bi obi kura betimi ekọ accidentally na akusia sa nkwanchia we enti me de bia na make maka wo ha no pe se wo mo edi anim wo mo edi noma nyuma ahye wo mo nsa no emfa no se wo mo dia ene wo mo ye edi ahwe se ebeboa wo man no na da bia bibi be fo obi nsem obi adwuma wo ye so mfunso obema ya konsem se na se wo metia atret na ho dia ende na ebe hai enti ade we ye nkwohwe hwan na wo sanka se dan ko se bubu na hwan na ko se hwe ne bubu no se ntimi antwehwe amamu no ntimi anye ne sa antwe nkofo so ama nkofo ohunu se wanye wadwuma yi a se na beto dia da bia betena ha kasa yi na so edan no metie MCU se we phone omo se e ade ya market da se sa dan we die eni se esi ho eni e ho ne asemi ba ekura bi no abekam so oh enye we nko o dan bi esi ha no matete radio so tv so omappointe kan sa wo na ye de wasi ho se so ye den yo aye se boa ye sa akwan so wo be gina tv so aka me se sa dan we kura e ka ho then na what is your use what is your use we don't need to yan kan no print
o so fa so na ne de
enti you I don't know we see na make sanka ye wie ya na ye wotumi bi a ye te he ya ye ne abira ye kan den ye wotumi bi a na nka akohwehwem asoma si wo no ama sa de wato se wuti ne be twa de wato ho Ghana fo nyina papa we na ama nipa miensa awu wo alaje ho no Newtown ho no enti ye wie no onko foforo ye sa bi mu asa na de ne be fa so asotwe se nipa anyin na serious nipa anyin na djuma yi a Ghana hade a ye ntimi nya no asotwe.
I see. Onobogo.
Person metimi ni anase. Na asemwana na me try to research into some of issues now happening with building. Abna me to say a worship center bi.
No, a school way but a bimo kwa sorry ewom. Emma me kai pass a woman no kompo kasa no kase. Se obi beti a sorry a bo modern say even se bia eduadan bi na abebo na sa na binom hya ase na makwa sorry wo mu na wonya sika a wobetimi de si wo auditorium a dan no movie kom omo around the nyina nim search as dan no mu nim se ebebu enti mokwa sorry wo mu ye den nti no the questions omo ko school omo kwa iya sorry e wo schools a dan mu no amisa me ne kasa ya se bi wo no go ma aso baby e se omo kwa ya sorry no ebi wo no after church no na the following day enkola na eba school a enema omu hu wo no na yeso on pleasant and say abofra kwade nani eba bi hu sa enema no ti na no so ye another way ti ye building school building a omu se
nedi kan no ma yemfa wo fidie so ema ebusuane adofo yakọ
ti building ni
ti no mo soro ana no mo fo
but say no mo fo mo
nedi kan ma mencha na menfa yakọ ene shedding ema ebusuo ma hwe ma de hye nipa miensa na afim
nipa miensa
na emu aduo no then ya rescue oma baby omo won now no omo battle for their lives yankopon inspire on their lives omo makosa ohihiem na baby ayade hye miensa ne so no moye nyame de no yankopon momo baby papa entna na dankwa me bia no se sure say me do heaven me home me do heaven me home na adan
also trying to call so be pa
heaven so they say na yesum nyame se be call heaven unless e be a different reason ade sum
but they mean you
nti me de me ni so ade hu say brapa me boy and say na me toto me ne me nyankopon me do heaven no man baby me sure say these people died serving the Lord if so na ya sorry program kwa na no mo. But the other question is how you protect inuanom any adofo. City authorities should not look above their shoulders when they need to act. Afi so na wo se patapa pieto ye dem ran ero na ye best from say we insuo started to toy. It comes with its own problems. Baby wo hono mo a baby amfa weni ankoto once a hokra na bridge no betimi afiaba. Baby also I can see the signs clearly on the wall. Say a hey problem betimi about. Na me hwe ye nua Henry Court so video bi. No as a former member of parliament or was area, former interior minister. So kopie honom say ono so sabe e hono ofie hono te. Ti enuano makwa ho kire mu na okọ a. Yina na yekoboa wonso wani nipa. Adehye na breach abom na omu enye party meeting no moye. Ade anom ye na enye political. Ti do samre we no a ensanyi na aba on board. It's time we tone down on the heavy politics. Because Henry said, "Oh, yeah, we're DMP da. ti oba honom na esan se oni aban mu ti ne pamo no so wonko na aban penifo na ekotwe ni pen. No, it doesn't work like that.
Because no episode kase e do honom so there's a possibility so we betimi epra enti won shegi bia.
So is the approach. If you are honorable, I just say you cordon off because of rescue mission. But don't many panels and I'm more MPP for na corner na omo share hono mana omo soon came a battle for their lives. We need more political affiliation. It's me mesre na about how I approach in disaster management. It's a whole course. Now your city authorities, almost so no munyedu. Edu sanima the first people who mobile to the senior fire service. Fire service for bar no matching, emu nadmo, emu say near the other. So it's a whole team. And a district bia municipal bia or disaster management teams are established. The member of parliament is a member. So also now what other stakeholders, the municipal authorities, and they form that team. Maybe what you say you inaugurated just about 2-3 weeks ago. Near inaugurated here there. And I do strongly believe see a disaster assessment. Ewa important. Na nia see pioneer boss say enkoya there ebeye into aso. Nsuo na afi ne the rainy season. When kai ebusuafo ya o kai cycle disaster and the explosion. Adekye people at a go. Nti eno say na nsuo time. And na light on light off.
Yeah.
A trigger bi. And Ijato a fuel filling station. You very assume Miss Minim says here on the cost of energy sector. Or power no beat me cover 24 hours no nyai. Yeah, can't change. Sometimes the book crazy as well. On and off. Several times.
I think so some maintenance.
Well, but I think I strongly
instances do on me home and me comfortable, but engineer I don't know whether okay, yeah, it's a public maybe I'll say more transformers. She remember how the kind of omokofa sensors be when any trigger kakra na put to transformer no off to I don't know. In fact, they have to look at it.
And to me, clearly, there, I think it's a hard drain because it can also be one major outlet. It beats me a hard drain across these fire outages. Inti aban hwe ehwasem ehwo na nye opposition asem yenye na yede comfort energy ministry so it's a mini account those who are being paid to do a certain job owe it as a responsibility because matter kanea no me expect say me use kanea na matter no it turns out say kanea no anybody no na asabo a minute by no building then will be safe. Because over a cabling and wiring connections in many Ghanaian homes, any institutions, are very poor. Because of the cable sometimes we use, it be inferior. Sabe, and yes, any person can be to inferior. But I know best on no. So what you say? Inti, your power system not so once.
Okay, your busa for nature has say na brebe makwama ye day. Yankomo bonus in a dinner, ye be dinkra. Inti honorable Bentama mentioned say,
I had a yam and ammonia about on the Omni.
Are they?
My cousin, a year not your back most show ya. Government, the only more poor not a opposition by 5-10 minutes extra. Mono. Say, and you near one, then I bet me the atom. It's when Anya, no, yes, your cousin see a caca, the chairman for. As I Dawson. I'm make us say you more power. The son be honorable Arapia opposition be near Mamma extra time.
We remember
1 minute. And I'm opposition.
Parliament, the law from Siwo. You can't speak a name, you say, Sanka Casam Cray Cassa. Oh, yeah, Mamma, no, some was 1 month, yes, and I kind of prepare. And you say, Cassa, Cassa, or more 87, or more Cassa, na ya mu fa kura
enya nkasa
na edemo no mo ba
enu echi ya debate
on side of the house some of say a micro minority omo no empty majority because seats ni empty ube won so ma ba because my me catch o ube won say o ma no wo parliament da wo ba no o mu na address kama de be kire o number 2 ato be kan the budget o mu na address nya kan na ne ye ye adwuma no de bo awo nti eto de na ye so da ye bu be fu o yes mo ko fa mo numbers ni bra me say ye business
ada ye be for your last day na debate no wo mo say ye say 10 no 30 nipa 30 wo mo kasa
na me wo dem
e wa na ye leader kra kasa et side se mo pe no do dia
okay no boy
o de o sign your panama o comfort we na miss me we
me ba ye mo hu se wa man bre pa
it's mama obre
o de me ni problem
okay no but say so na mama ne bre pa mama mu nyina bre
extra no opposition so na o kasa mo
e na me say ya mo mu bebre wo ho nti ha de no me nyene pepe okay enche tifo nyina na me de Ghana month and 28
and then
ye de aba awie me de mesre Ghana fo nyina ne se nyankopon wanyamfum so se ye bepie asase so ha ye bepie Ghana nyema bibra ye beto ya ye nananom je na ye behu ye no eno ene de wo se ye ya mamre no de ntia ye nananom mamre ne amane dodo na wo mantwro te se de binum ye wo mo de na memfa bi nka ho manyi bi mfiri mu de ntia o ma ya nye saa ne se ye nim se ebre dane nyoma besesa nti eduru so na se wo se ye sachire mu kura e wakwanya se ye yesantia ye ne chinchia ye nhwe adaye ba ha na me Jennifer bi o chire queen chire sa no we nyina no I was marvel say we nyina yakopon e dia dom ye wokọ aman binum so a eni ho sa nti mean say nyamfo so se ye bepie ha o de wono mo menkora mu yie se maka wontimi nsa obi asa enhunu sa enche no da se ya mayeni anku de wono ho saa dua na ye fifirefiri mu ne hini no ye mayewire firi no me ka kiro ebe affect ye kanko ye nka ya mamre ya manie culture de ye fi se emwa no ye nsa kire mu aja me nyini ba bia me firi ye se so wudun so gu nsutini mu a wonya dun so mu yare psychologically whatever ampa ye hu me ye feel bi ene yes nso no kura tumi bia nim ti ko he
yes
ene yes no some of the new man na nanom edigu ho na ye numa eboa yen kanko se ye ntiase ne ye ntimi ambusam ya me de mesere se bibifo Ghana fo ya nye de ya ye wo ansachem anyemu anhwe ne ye a ye nyina ya fa Ghana din kwa na de actu ye so what signal will you be sending to them
okay
ye nye de ye woni ye free de free me say edua ye phrase edua bia ne wire be free ne hini no onso abapa
okay mate honorable
maybe kind yeah kekako a very important festival our Christians your calendar so now when you the foundation of our faith it will say your Christmas there that's when your Jenkwana was but the nema Christosum be ye Christosum the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now I do say season we know you see the opportunity so no e dey reconnect with omo you hu omo watch. Na you see opportunity so no e dey asre boniface from obibia yetia ne na so ya form. Nti na ya impempin ye say let Christ be the reason for the season. Na afezu Yesu Kristo hu mobro ayemuye esanse ofro call assembly aneso no by that gesture or the paper ayembone cause in no na Yesu aboa moja but ono no precious blood no sacrifice mine no na abeji adasen na nkwa
prophet
enti no trying to call
it's a bowed
we go ku penye we nyankopon afre ne tell ya
mo pese me wie okay o pese me wie dia na mame no Easter season mesre se obi piara yakoye nipa dia ye fom nipa many honorable member of parliament, Mame, who host na producers, Ejumai for Adofo. Easter presents us one opportunity which we can sorry Chirobi.
Okay.
Because a solemn season, a season a nine na yamana babe to say a fanfare. But don't share the Christian calendar now a time for reflection because we go through a homothetic period of Lent. Luckily, for the first time in many years, you had Ramadan and Lent. Let's all run side by side. Until we the before we feed so they are mobile happy Easter. But the my constituents, Equipem North, Nananom Asofo Adofo, na me mobile happy Easter. Na me use me hope say Yakopon beboy na ye na ne da yakoma so ne ne ani so aden hun na so no ebebem. May Christ the King be the reason for the season. Na ye use opportunity obi bia weti obi na so no. Se me meti obi na so me use opportunity to say sorry. Obi bia so weti am na so no. Me so ma so sorry ni mon kan ekra no makama e dia so mama. Na ne kwa so no mada Obibia so waboye we another official pa and yes amaye we say last year Easter afefo frost was about and we have a reason to also celebrate as well.
Okay.
And yes, so they say we are the last panelists for the Ghana month. And I'm yes, so yeah, no more dini and no more be Ghana month. But that's for the opportunity.
Yes, so yes, so you damase pa ewo momenu madaje ne munim die amoni nyina aba be chebusafo ene ye di nkomo ye Ghana Black Stars coach ya pamono until to ado sacked under invoicing Rocks Rome rubber export saso and complete agenda 111 project nanade to Mahama Honorable Samuel Uku mashebetweni emomamfo mo Equipem North saso so and Honorable Kofi Afo Bente and what kind of Bente Bente Honorable Fachemi Honorable Kofi Afo Bente and so mashebetweni momamfo mo sishi yoso intimpen for Madam Wasepa I was for so we name say 31st adofo bi so edi wo mo awoda inti mame enfan rape up happy birthday to Mr. Maxwell Boache Derrickson, CEO of Max Derrick's Tea Bags Boutique. Okay, inti wo Abeka Junction behind Peace FM ene wawoda inti from producer Prince Obimpe hono also my happy birthday nyame show na wonyo kese na wonto won kwanne musa so and a happy birthday to Ninette Adom Owusu ansa uko school ewo Merton International School or grade 6 into for Mr. and Mrs. Owusu ansa ehon mo so my happy birthday Ninette nyame show na wonyo kese no wonto won kwa ende mon so na happy birthday to Madam Patricia Fusua Asante, aka Nanayere, Vice President of Accra Regional Hairdressers and Beautician Association and Marketing Officer of Sonia Company, Ewomakola Accra. From your husband Nana Kofi Edu, the second. Also, happy birthday, Nyamin Shrao. Happy birthday to George Fameye, footballer. We pray for good health and long life for you from all your good friends and families. As on Abna Beye of UTV, also so my happy birthday. Nyame onshawo pa. Happy birthday to beautiful we say happy birthday to George Kofi. May your day be filled with happiness and prosperity always from your mom Carrie Dixon and your siblings Junior Father Dixon Same ID Philip Yao Ankra Omunyina so mama happy birthday and also happy beautiful to happy birthday to Ari Afes. You were such an amazing soul from Julie and Mami Sewa Omunyina so mama utinkwa Nyamin Shao na wanyokes no to kwa abusafo mamenda awofa Dio awofa se awofa na esiesie me ho enti se nei wo pe eye endiema ihihye mi nyina bi wo pe bi ato ampacho bedan awofa na awofa be yo kama oton enti se wo friend na se wenti mi amfa ampacho send the voice note and as a message na famano why nti awofa sebra na so be je wo de friend 0204 366 774 0204-366-774. I say na bebe makwa me de enejumedi yesi. Aseda enkoma the entire crew ewe chijina pa. Awo mo omo bomi. Ma metimi jumedi e bewe ye. Near the Ghana man thing nyina so ya wrap up nyame onhye mu nyina. Wa wo jebra wo hwe ye e wo fie so aseda kese pa e wo de. Seda ne da wo fidi to United Television awhwe Adekye Nsroma odumfo hu ye mobody o chena dom ya Adekye Nsroma sign so ewo ho no mo ena bi yimpai ma so nyame tutu wana monsie na de wiye bi aso mani nye ishra unhya onsa no adwuma so baby a okwa de problem bebre ho nyame ntwe won sign na won bo wo ho ebai mosomfo abena chei boache me na mebeso mo ne sabridi makra